It's bonus show action time, baby. Get excited, okay? Get jacked up, all right? Find the closest person next to you and punch him in the goddamn face. It's a party over here, okay?
Hello, YouTube. By the way,
fired up.
The awesome sauce is done, and it is a delicious honey barbecue ketchup because I've combined both of those. And yeah, I'm gonna spill it over otherwise. But
yeah, don't do that.
It is banging. Oh my God! Woo! I just invented a new ketchup. Wow, that is really good.
All right, can you open we have some bags of chips around, right? Do we have any around still?
I'll find some.
Yeah, I'd love to have some chips and
wow,
try that.
That is really good. So honey barbecue ketchup. Dude, I'm taking this home.
All right.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, you should.
I'm licking it off my palm. What's wrong with me?
Nothing's really wrong with you if it's that good.
Well, bonus segment brought to you by our friends over at Awesome Sauce, so thank you very much.
Yep.
Vince Quinn, you've gotten so excited that the liquid death went over your notes, but it doesn't matter because it's real easy here. Ready? Brett Favre, still a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he still a piece of shit again?
Well, because he was running a charitable foundation for all this time. He's been running it for at least like 5 years. And the biggest contribution he made was blatantly illegal, and he did it to build a fucking volleyball facility at a college instead of, benefiting people that are on like welfare or whatever he was supposed to be doing. And then he took welfare funds. It's just, he's the worst,
man. What a
man.
guy. What an awesome human being.
It's just amazing that a guy's had so many problems, gets to this point where, like, and this is for me, this is where the sports stuff gets totally out of control. The way that we value sports and prioritize it over everything. Because I get it. It's incredibly fun. It's entertaining. You build community off it. There's a lot of value in sports. But when you're defrauding the government of welfare money to build a school, a volleyball and training facility, you have lost your fucking mind, and there is no room for this anymore. Like it, and the most embarrassing part about all of this is it doesn't look like he's going to jail. They might go after him financially, and they better take. I mean, I hope they take every fucking penny he's got. It's abhorrent, and it's not like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I couldn't do that. There were leaked text messages like a week ago where he was like, hey, so people in the media aren't going to see these text messages, right? I know this is bad. Like that was pretty much what he said, and then reading that on Twitter was like the funniest and most insane thing I've ever seen. But like that is the Brett Favre experience right now. Is he wanted to build a volleyball facility, and then the other side being he wanted to try to recruit Deion Sanders' son to go and play there.
For all that, right? It was for all recruiting Deion's kid, essentially.
Which I don't even know. Is this kid any good?
Who cares? Who knows? Who cares? This is why, like,
it's Taylor's like,
yeah, he's not starting over at Jackson State. So
he's not starting at Jackson State. This guy could have.
So wait a minute.
This guy risked jail time.
I got to make sure I got this straight. They wanted to. He was going to invest into a volleyball court to hope that a football player comes to Mississippi State?
I guess this volleyball court was going to have like an athletic facility as well, or it was a package deal, but there was definitely a volleyball thing that was going on, volleyball funding to get them a new stadium, which, like, come on, man.
Dude, like, well, and this is why you can start kissing college athletics goodbye. And the second thing that I thought it was, well, how many other of these are there? Because this isn't the only one. And let's just start with the state of Mississippi because you can just probably find a bunch of those. But this is the Lori Loughlin effect is what I like to. You remember that shit from this past? This is just an extension of all that. It is rich fucking people doing whatever they want. It just furthers the point that college is a business transaction, and it always will be. It's not about higher education or any of that. It's just about funneling more money, doing it somehow tax-free, and funneling it through all these things. Like this, these are all where businesses and stuff is set up, and sports is the same way. It is built the same way. It's just without the NCAA rules. So the other thing that Vince brought to me, I didn't even know. Tell me about the Northwestern thing that's happening here.
So, yeah, Northwestern just proposed a brand new stadium. It's going to be $800 million, this thing. And the idea being that it's privately funded. And what they want to do is outside of football, they also want to do concerts and other events that they're running out of the stadium all the time, which is exactly what we've seen with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Bears want to leave Soldier Field. They bought this plot of land outside of the city. They're going to own all that. They want to build a full entertainment complex, concerts all the time. They're an entertainment company that also has a football team. Like that's what Northwestern is becoming. They're gonna try to be a university that really is an entertainment center and everything around that. You know, it's just crazy to see a college going like full, private investment or like corporate ownership is where this is all going to go, rather than just have like a Pepsi stadium. It'll just be like you'll build it with Pepsi.
Yeah.
They will own that stadium with you, and then they'll sponsor your dorms. Like, hey man,
Exactly.
I live in Pepsi Max Hall. Yeah, you want to meet up at Sprite later tonight?
Yeah, I do. Let's
Yeah.
go to Mountain Dew mess hall or whatever the fuck it is.
Seriously, like that's where it's going, man. It's
Because
insane.
they have no souls. This whole thing about higher education and amateur athletes is total bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's about them holding on to the money. And this is the only like decent thing that they'll just be scumbag about for it in 10 years anyway. But at least you probably won't have any Brett Favre situations in this scenario, because this is just legal that essentially.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the government funds for the pool. The corporations will now be able to just come in there and do their thing, and it won't be associated with the university, right? They're just renting the spot.
Yeah. They paid for it. Well,
Fucking, this is such a rigged game. Unbelievable. Good Lord. Players strike. Please strike. Players,
Actually,
do it.
wait,
now is the time to do it. Strike.
You're onto something though. Think about this, right? Because if I
Northwestern,
remember,
the first school to do it too. By the way.
well, that's the thing. Northwestern was that school years ago that formed the union that busted. I think they ended the
Still
NCAA game. They ended that because they unionized there. So this school is more aware of it than pretty much anybody in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They might have been ahead of this more than other people in the country. Well, clearly they are, because they're building a fucking stadium like this. So Northwestern is becoming a trailblazer. When you think of the dynamic of college sports, I'll say this. I expect the Northwestern program to be a lot better in the next couple of years.
Yes.
They're going to have a lot more money to throw around to some kids to play football there. I'll tell you that.
You ready for my hottest one?
Sure.
Bye-bye, Alabama. So good. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. If they're the first school to pull this off, everyone's going to convert, and they should. Because that's the only way this is going to work for right now, and now everything's set up. Good. And Brett Favre needs to go to jail, by the way.
You
That's my
don't
other
think they would adapt to it?
No. They're too lazy. They don't want to.
Alabama, I don't know how their stadium is or if they need a new one, but they'll figure something out. But the thing is, I mean, even if it's not Alabama directly, to be on that level of sophistication, because that's the thing with everything, right? It's like, who is a technology leader? Who has some edge on the rest of the competition compared to everybody else? If Northwestern is becoming one of those places, some great coach is going to go there and build a perennial program. It's just a matter of when they get there. So it's coming.
Yeah, and there will be a big look at where we are with the NFL now too. Who's getting hired?
Young offensive coordinators.
Right.
Ooh.
So
Oh man.
there's no old heads are going to be gone real soon.
Woo.
Ages are going to be the same. I think you get back to a place where college coaches are 37 to 40. There will be no differences in between there. And now you're going back and forth because the game is the same. The game's the same, guys. It's not changing anytime soon. It's the opposite. It's always been that way. College, or the NFL pulls from college, and now those lines are being severely blurred as this game continues to evolve.
Yeah.
So, whole lot of shit's going to change. But just want to say this for the third time. Brett Favre belongs in jail. Jail!
No doubt.
So
no
does
doubt.
everybody else in that mix, too. But,
they all deserve it.
This is happening as we speak. There are still black bag people that drop off shit all the time. Culture hasn't changed, guys. This is sports are gross as much as they're fun.
Yeah. And now it's just turning corporate, and it's going to be a different kind of slimy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So there's all that. Now, here was another thing. I've always been. I mean, this might surprise you, John and Taylor. I'm a bit of a nerd.
You don't say.
So, I know it's a stunner, but I've always dreamed about this idea of NFL entering into nerd culture in certain ways. Like, I've thought about the NFL as like a chess game. Like, how can you actually make chess pieces with football players? But it's not regular chess, but it's just like
Football with a chessboard.
Yeah, it would be like,
Literal
how do
football.
Yes, like how can you accentuate like a wide receiver as a chess piece and running backs and whatever. So I've always thought about that kind of stuff. The NFL apparently has a competitive card game.
What do you mean?
Like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic
Jesus.
the Gathering,
Throw this down and your contract extension gets minimized because your running back's happy or whatever, stuff like that.
Well, I don't know how it works. I just saw it on Twitter the other day. I was like, wait, what is this? Somebody was like, oh, I just bought a copy of the NFL trading card game. It's called hold on, it's NFL 5.
Who runs it?
Panini.
There you go. That's just a self-trading card. Okay. Now I get it.
So
Okay.
I wonder about Panini's
Are you saying that you want to play this game? Is that where is this the
yes.
long con?
Guys, will you play football cards with me?
Yes. If how much comes in a pack? What are we doing here?
Let's look that up.
Are
right
we play
now.
it when? Well, on the bonus segment, we will play an edited round of NFL 55, and we'll give our take here.
Well, let's see. They have booster packs, which you can get for $1.95, which we don't want that. We need starting decks.
I love this.
We need starting decks. So I don't know.
It's going to be expensive. Let's be real.
This is going to be an expensive, nerdy test.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Let's call Panini and see if they'd be willing to send us out a few and see if we can do it for a bonus segment.
Well, in that case, it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to play and buy all the cards in the set and go back years and buy all those too. They're collectibles, John.
Now,
Panini collectibles.
Then just a note from me to Panini: if you want to go full nerd here, what is wrong with a turn-by-turn like Dungeons and Dragons style NFL game? Like, if you're creating the scenario, we're like, okay, Vince Quinn, you're in the AFC South, and like I'm the NFL master. And you're going, like, a perfect example with the Jags, like, you roll the dice, it means this or that. Like, you can choose to go to London this year or not. Like, you're basically the GM and the coach, and you're rolling die, and you've got these packs. Panini, give us a fucking call. I would play this game.
Okay, there's a lot of custom, and here's the nerd. There's a lot of custom Dungeons and Dragons sets that they do these days. It's all because everything's brand collaboration. So, like, there's Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, of course I would.
Are you a dungeon master?
He has totally been a dungeon master. That's not even a question. I can feel it.
No, I've not been a dungeon master. I've only played a handful of times, but I do love
a
it.
Handful? I doubt it.
I've
played a handful of times. You have played way more than a handful of times.
There we go. I want to know more about that. I've played 5 times, I think.
Oh, then we're in the same boat.
So, but I really.
But I would play that version. I didn't dig it as much. That's why I was like, whatever.
Oh yeah, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really cool. It's just so time consuming.
Too nerd for me. It's way too much.
The time.
Not board games, but
brutal.
like yeah.
Were you a Magic guy?
I still am a Magic
guy.
guy.
He was probably
a
Pogs guy.
Not Pogs. Pogs.
Okay.
I was too young for that. They came and went. But
Jesus,
Magic.
I really am
I mean, I make casual in Magic. I have like a lot of friends that are die-hard Magic people.
It's the perfect crossover. I actually think it's a pretty good idea. You know, if you're gonna
if you're gonna
do this, you might as well Madden it and microcharge everybody and get everybody addicted. It's what the apps are doing anyway.
So, and it's physical cards, So,
tangible.
It is physical product. It's collectible. You can get people to sign them theoretically. So, like, that's the whole thing. So, it makes a lot of sense for everybody. But I saw it and I was like, how have I never in my life heard that this thing existed? Like, other than just a random tweet from someone, I would have had no idea. It's been out for a couple of years now.
All right, Panini, send us the game, and then we'll report back. Hopefully it's better than Jerry Rice and his dog. Or whatever that was.
Jerry Rice
and
Nidus dog football. All-time great game.
Make sure you're subscribing. Hit that thumbs up, would you? And go get some awesome sauce. Awesomesauce.co. I literally just made honey ketchup right in front. Honey barbecue ketchup right in front of your eyes. And I love it. Literally. I was blind.
Yeah.
I didn't know how it was going to taste. And that's what's fun about it. You can just straight up use the ketchup or be custom. I love the customization. We'll see you real soon, guys. Okay, bye.